Welcome back to What's Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Lorraine 15551. It's a tier 8 French SPG and it's located on the north spawn of mines under the command of Slappy00500. Trying to remember his full name, but it's quite complicated. Well, what can I tell you? It's a 155mm gun mounted on a Lorraine 40-ton chassis. And they actually did build one of these as a prototype, but never got put in production because the Lorraine 40-ton tank was cancelled. Okay, game started and moving up to a firing position. Now, Slappy is actually from W-UNI, which is the old clan that I used to belong to, but no longer. Okay, well, he's aiming towards the hill, and yeah, some enemies have actually made it in just before he actually got into firing position, and he's trying to get a solution on that T-54 lightweight. Dialing in, round out, direct hit, 209 hit points, but we lost the black dog. The girlfriend died. Now from this position he can hit tanks the other side of the center rock. So at the moment, he's waiting for the reload and he's getting ready to hit that Centurion Mark 1 round up. Direct hit! And he also damaged the Carnarvon Action 10 at the same time. Now, Carnarvon is moving into the hill. He's taking the risk of doing that because, yeah, he's been hit. That's what I was thinking was going to happen. It's very, very risky going into the hill like that because you more than likely will get stopped and hit, and it could be badly damaging for you. But going for the Centurion again, he's difficult to get a shot from this angle. So he can have another go. He's getting a red line from the rock, you see, and every time that red line appears, he's not going to be able to get the shot on target. But he fires at T10 and gets a hit. And a good one at that, 304 hit points, and he picks up some stun assists as well. Almost reloaded. That T10 is not in a happy state now, but the Action 10 did manage to make it into the grounds. Only 467 hit points left, and now he's missing 277 more. In fact, I don't think he's going to survive another shot. He's very low on hit points, and that ELC Ever 90 has managed to sneak up unseen, and Slappy's having to hide now to avoid being spotted by it, because of course he'd drive over straight away to try and kill Slappy if he knew Slappy was here. But Slappy's still going to fire at the enemy even so, and gets a kill shot on the Centurion. And I'm not sure if the Even 90 actually spotted his shell fire. But I think that Slappy's still going to have to stay in cover and close to the rock. That Even 90, although he's being killed now by our T-54E1, Slappy's position was more than likely compromised by the to the enemy Arty. Or at least they may know where he is now. Oh, hit a rock in between. His sixth sense didn't go off, so maybe he wasn't seen, but can't be sure. Don't know if he's got sixth sense or not. Most Arty players tend to have sixth sense as soon as they can. Go for the Object 430. Lined up, round out, and oh, he hit the one behind, the Wizzy 1201 FT. That's the premium tank destroyer. Now that Object 430 is still tracked, and now he's dead. There's a Standard B on the South Island. Almost loaded. Instead, he's going to go for that Wizzy 120 again. Line him up. Perfect shot, and yes, good hit. 281. Now he's queued up a round of premium HE for the next shot after this one, and my suspicion is that he wants to deal with that Standard B may be considering firing the standard HE at the Wizzy and then the premium at the standard. Okay, T54E1. Unfortunately, he's not fully dialed in, but he's fired a round in anyway. And now, of course, he's loading a premium round. Now, the shells from this Arty will do 750 alpha. The premium round, same amount, but it's actually got a much longer, much larger area that it covers because it has a bigger burst radius. Now, going for the T54 lightweight. Can he get a shot in? Oh, it went sailing right over the edge of the cliff. And in fact, actually landed barely, well, not near, but a short distance away from his own teammates. That's what you have to watch out for with some of these shots, because if it does go long, it might actually hit your own guys, not the enemy. Okay, he's loaded. And he's aiming inside the castle grounds, and the reason for that is that T54 lightweight, and again he's dialing in on him, or trying to. Oh, now we got a T10. That's the same T10 from earlier. Round out. Lands behind him and stuns him. That makes it more difficult for him to fend, but our guys have pulled back from the entrance to the castle grounds. Right, well, he's gone counter-battery now. And he's looking for any tracer from the enemy. And of course, because he's in the overhead view, it is a lot easier to work out where the enemy Arty is. And sometimes you can make it even more obvious by just pressing your V key. Takes away all of the visual cues. And there you just saw the tracer from an enemy Arty. So he knows where the enemy Arty is now because he saw a tracer emitting. Actually, it was coming from just above, just north of the house. He's aiming slightly further forward than it should be, I think. But you did see the tracer. So again, as I said, you can press the V key. Look for the tracer. He's loaded. Just waiting for sign of that enemy. There it is. He had it right. So he's fired in a round, and he's killed the Lorraine 15551 on the enemy team. That's the only enemy Arty. Well, he's gone now, so doesn't have to worry about counter-battery anymore. So he got it exactly right, and you see exactly how we can do counter-battery very effectively. He knew the general area that the enemy Arty had to be in, but he just needed to see precisely where it was. And he got it just right. Okay, he's now aiming for the standard B. So he may have actually queued up that premium round to get the enemy Arty. And now that he's done that, he's gone back to the standard ammo. In fact, actually, he doesn't have any premium ammo left, so it has to be the standard ammo now. But the 155mm shells are actually fairly cheap. They're not that expensive. So it wouldn't be a great cost actually having those shells, or using those shells. Switch back to the castle again, that T54 lightweight. Whilst he's close to the keep, the central tower, it's actually very difficult to hit him, but the moment he actually moves to the edge, it's a lot easier. You can see there he's got a green line at the edge, with a red line close to the keep. The other thing he was having a look at was that Scorpion G down in the south. And it is showing up on the mini-map that there is a Scorpion G in that area. We just don't know where. More than likely, I'd say he is still there, because there's an AMX 65 ton sitting on the middle island, the lighthouse island. And there's that T54 lightweight again. And now the T10. Dialing in, rounds out. Direct hit, and he got a fire! But there was a fire extinguisher went off, but not before it did 60 hit points of damage to the T10. So he had an automatic fire extinguisher, and that Wizzy 132 just stayed there too long, and the T54 lightweight got him. But the enemy is now at a disadvantage. He's loaded. Slappy fires. Oh, splashes him for 76. It's a near miss, and I don't think that T-54 lightweight's going to last very much longer, but the T-10 just killed our T-54E1. Now, will our Striv be able to get a kill on the T-54 lightweight? Well, we're dialing in on that corner. And a Wizzy-120 has appeared on the south approach. We fire around it. Oh, well, near miss. Again, splash. And under the changes that Wargaming is proposing, that probably wouldn't have done as much damage. Certainly won't do as much stun. That's something actually we might discuss in a future video, to actually discuss why these changes would actually be quite bad, because Wargaming has altered the game quite significantly recently with the introduction of the wheelie tanks, and if they bring in these stun changes to the stun mechanics and the amount of damage that Arty does, they could actually ruin the game, because fewer people will be playing Arty on the grounds that it doesn't generate enough credits, and that might cause them to migrate to other games. There are other games that are out, not just War Thunder, but also new games that have actually made it out just recently. Okay, going for the Wizzy-120. Direct hit, 136. And the Scorpion G's come up from the south. And now it's 4 versus 4. The enemy senses that they might actually be in with a chance. That Striv is in a lot of danger. He's now facing 3 enemies. The T-10 who's ahead of him. Oh, and that was what I feared. The Scorpion would intercede and take him out. So now it's 3 versus 4. Now, can we get a shot on that Scorpion? Rounds out. Oh, he got a direct hit! No explosion, so he definitely hit that Scorpion. And since the Scorpion is such a thin-skinned vehicle based on the Panther chassis, it's very likely he did a lot of damage to him. I've seen a 155mm shell do as much as 500 hit points of damage to a Scorpion with one shot, and well, there he is, and he's now out the game. And there's the T-10 up on the heights. Round out, and he's gone as well. So it's swung the other way now. The T-10 is gone. That's Slappy's 3rd kill. There's only 2 enemies remaining, the T-54 lightweight and the Wizzy-1201 FT. Now, the T-54 lightweight came out of the castle grounds and is now in the south of the map. And I suspect he's taking up a defensive position around the enemy cap area. I would not be surprised if the Wizzy-1201 FT did the same. Slappy's. Oh, no, they're not. They're actually going on the offensive. They've come around and they've taken out our AMX 65 ton. Slappy fires a round in and splashes him, stuns him. And again, that was at the edge of the stun range, and under the new changes, that wouldn't have stunned that Wizzy-120 long enough for the Object 257 to get round. And oh no, the T-54 lightweights found Slappy. He came round the other way, and now Slappy set himself up in a position so that he can shotgun that T-54 if he has the temerity to come round here and try and take him out. He's ready for it. He's pre-aimed his gun. The moment that enemy tank appears, he'll hit it. And considering that T-54 lightweight doesn't have much in the way of hit points, it will be fatal for him. Well, there he is. And he shotguns him, comes around the corner, and gives him a 155mm enema. Very nice. Or was it in his side? I think it was in his side, actually. Okay, let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's an ace tanker for Slappy00500 of W-UNI in the Lorraine 155 mle.51. He got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 18, and a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. And he got a Gore's medal. He got 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle in damage. He certainly put the effort in. Let's have a look at team scores. Well, there you go. Looking at the top of the table, he actually got the highest amount of damage in the game. 3,576 hit points of damage. So for some reason, he did not pick up the high caliber. He should have, by all rights, but maybe it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool in total. The next highest score on damage was the T10 on the enemy team, 3491. And then came the T26E4 Super Pershing with 3,324. When it came to kills, it was still Slappy who managed to get the highest amount. He got 4 kills. T54 Lightweight got 3, so did the Wizzy120 1GFT. And when it came to base XP, again it's Slappy. So he has got a clean sweep, top of the table. He picked up everything. 1,285 base experience points. Then came the Super Pershing with 1,155. And finally the AMX 65 ton with 954. Let's have a look at detail. He fired 22 shots in that game. He got 13 direct hits and 1 penetration. It was good accuracy, I'll give you that. It was really good accuracy. He was getting shots which a lot of the time I was thinking, oh, that's never going to hit. But it actually did. It was very good shooting. Splash damage on 17. Damage of 3,576 hit points, of which 3,486 were at more than 300 meters. He did receive 1 hit. It was a penetration. And he also damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 4 of them, and did stun assistance of 985 hit points of 14 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 48,810 credits, and after repair, ammunition resupply, and consumables, he actually made a loss of 18,584 credits. And I think the reason for this really is the premium consumables he was using. Yep, that cost him 20,000, I'm afraid. And as a result, yeah, he is going to make a small loss. Well, a loss. If he hadn't had that, it would have been a small victory, a small credit. On the premium count, he earned 1,928 XP, times 2 for the first victory. Took away 3,856 experience points altogether. So not a bad there. Ace Tanker and a Gore's medal. Shows he is very proficient in this Arty, and it really is helpful to have that because this Arty is one of the most played ones on Frontline. And the reason for that obviously is its speed and the fire rate. It's very quick to fire. It's got a reload time of about 27 seconds if you haven't got anything on it at all, and if you have got a rammer and good crew, you can get that reload time to about 24 seconds, and that makes a big difference on Frontline where you need to get resets all the time to make it up to general. So very good round there by Slappy. If you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.